I'm doing Depp vs. Heard, entertainment, pop culture, things like that. You probably know Adam Waldman's Johnny Depp's lawyer, and Adam Waldman was banned from Twitter for quite a while. I used to follow him almost every day on Twitter until the banning, but this is his first tweet with context that's back. He did one tweet before this that just said test, but we can't really count that as too much. But this one here, well, he's saying something. He says, Miss Heard's barrister, Jennifer Robinson, wrote a book. Waldman later admitted to having leaked a heavily edited version of a recording of an argument Depp and Amber had. Lie. But you are up to your old tricks in chapters 4, 5, and 6, Elvis Costello, Every Day I Write the Book. Now, here's the thing. As we know, the case is long over, and Johnny's pretty much moved on. Amber's still got some legal issues, but my point is, Adam has chosen something from the UK to tweet out about right now. This is from around November 29, 2022, so it's brand new, and I think the reason is we're seeing a lot of people around there when we talk about the verdict in Virginia who point right back to the UK case. So for people who just came in when Virginia started, they're kind of fresh to everything. Well, they might hear about the UK case. If they don't know details, they might kind of be thinking, well, why did Johnny lose that case? I mean, you got to think, most middle-of-the-road people who don't know much and don't have a strong opinion could get swayed a little bit by that UK verdict. But if you point out why it was wrong, like Adam's doing here, or why they made mistakes, then that could help a little bit. So let's see what he actually tweeted out as far as the text from the book. Waldman, speaking on Depp's behalf and at his behest, was aggressive. His regular missives repeated all the old tropes to build his desired public narrative that Amber was the abuser, and to place pressure on the Sun to settle before trial. Waldman selectively leaked evidence to the media in violation of a U.S. court order, which would later result in the U.S. judge kicking Waldman off the court record. Waldman later admitted to having leaked a heavily edited version of a recording of an argument Depp and Amber had about domestic violence in their relationship, in which Amber admits to having hit him. Her evidence was that she had acted in self-defense. Okay, of course. I mean, the thing is, she sounded incredibly aggressive and insultive, so it really didn't seem like self-defense to me. This fed a public narrative that the relationship was once of mutual abuse, a harmful myth that has been rejected by domestic violence experts. They point out that there is always a primary aggressor in an abusive relationship. The fact that a woman acts in self-defense should not be seized upon as evidence that she is the abusive partner. But wait a minute. What's the evidence she acted in self-defense? She said, I was hitting you. I wasn't punching you. So she didn't say I was hitting you back ever. She didn't say I was defending myself ever. And she knew she was recording. So if she knew she was recording, wouldn't she say something like that? Even if it wasn't true, she could still say something like that knowing she'd use a recording one day. But I guess she didn't. They didn't stop the term from being thrown around in the media before the UK trial and later in the US proceedings. Well, no one stops anything in the media from being thrown around. That's a huge problem for everybody, but you shouldn't be surprised. For example, Piers Morgan claimed that their relationship was a mutually abusive situation and that the case diminishes people that go through real abuse. Again, Amber was not a real victim. Morgan wasn't alone. Sharon Osbourne also said that she gave him as good as she got. Meanwhile, a sea of online trolls targeted Amber, us as her lawyers, and the journalists reporting on the case. An online petition calling for her to be dropped from Aquaman 2 attracted, well, they have 400,000 signatures here, but now it's 4.6 million. And what I have to keep saying is, how many experts do you think signed that? Probably quite a few. And they go on to say that Amber appeared at some international event and that the lawyers got a bunch of bot-generated emails. All right. I mean, it's possible there's some bots out there, but the majority of Johnny fans, let's just say the vast, vast majority, is organic. Here's one right here. And by the way, Adam's over 30,000 followers right now. He started on 19.5 or something like that. So it looks like his account is back and growing. And I'm real curious to see what he tweets out. I'm sure Amber fans will try to get him kicked off again, but I don't think it will work this time. We've got new management, and I trust the new management as far as, well, unbanning accounts and things like that, because so far, pretty much everyone's been unbanned who was banned. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, well, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.